Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the 3 by the Sea Designs podcast. My name is Kim, and this is episode 51. This podcast is all about the shop that I have with my mom, Dreama, and my sister, Becky. We have an online Etsy shop where we sell our handmade items for knitters and crocheters, things like project bags, stitch markers, hand-dyed yarn, all the things. And this podcast is where I share all about our shop as well as things that I am working on. So thank you guys so much for coming back if you are a returning viewer. And if this is the first time you have watched the channel, welcome to you. Today is Friday, November 1st. It has only been a week since I have podcast, which is so unlike me, but I promised you guys that I would do another episode that would be a little more in detail on things, show all of my finished objects that I've been working on, because last week I didn't get a chance to do that. So I have some finished objects to show you. I have lots of works in progress. It's going to be a little bit of a WIP parade because there's been a lot of things that that I haven't even shown yet that I've been working on. I have Happy Mail and some life stuff at the end. I'll try to put in some footage from when we went to Georgia during the hurricane a couple weeks ago. So let's go ahead and get started. You can find us on social media on Instagram and on obviously on YouTube, but you can find us on Instagram and on Facebook. We have a private Facebook group called the Mermakers that you can request to join. And all of the ways that you can contact us will be down in the description box down below with all the show notes. Any shops or anything that I talk about today, I will try to have linked down below for you. So let's talk a little bit of shop news. I wanted to say thank you guys for purchasing the Frosty the Snowman mystery set that we put in the shop last Friday. It is almost sold out, so definitely if you wanted that set, go ahead and pause this now and order it. The one with the Charm sold out. We did a collaboration with Charmed and Dangerous, and I told you guys last week those were going to go quick, and they did. But you've still been ordering the yarn only options. So it's a sock set, which is a fingering weight, full skein, 100 grams, and a coordinating mini. This is the inspiration picture for it, and it's beautiful. It's really, really pretty. So I can't wait for you guys to get that. But don't wait to order because it won't be around for much longer. And it's an exclusive set. So once they are sold out, we won't be adding any more to the shop until maybe next year. We'll add that one to the shop. But we like to keep it exclusive to the mystery set. For as long as we can anyway. So, I have so much to talk about. I don't even know where to get started. My head is hiding all of these boxes back here. We got a yarn shipment yesterday, and I just haven't, they're heavy boxes because that's all of our spring. Well, some of it's winter, but most of it's spring yarn. For our spring collection, we always order like way ahead of time. And so most of that is spring yarn. I just haven't moved them yet back to the dye studio. So let's see. What else for shop news? We have a few skeins of Beauty and the Beast left. Let me show you what it looks like. This is our Beauty and the Beast. This is the sock set. We may have some singles also without the mini. Isn't it so pretty? You guys have really been loving this colorway. So we have a few of these left. Anything else new in the shop? No. I mean, we have stitch markers and yarn in there, but we won't be adding anything else new, I don't think, for the rest of, well, October's already over. I keep thinking it's October still, but it's November 1st today. So there will be new stuff in the shop for November, but it won't be for a few weeks. So I'm pretty sure, let me look at my calendar. Our shop update is going to be November 23rd. We got pushed back a little bit because of the time we had to take off for the hurricanes. So Saturday, November 23rd will be our winter collection. It will have Christmas yarn and project bags, notions, also some more wintry themed things as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're working really hard to bring that collection to you. So mark your calendars for the 23rd. A few days before that, I will do a preview video like I always do for our collections. So it'll be the winter collection preview, and that way you can window shop. I'll make the wish lists, all that stuff for it. It's coming up very soon. Let's see. It's 3 weeks away. That's crazy. I don't know how we're gonna get everything done in 3 weeks, but we're gonna try. Okay, I think that is it for shop news. I do have a giveaway winner to announce. I actually think I'm gonna pull 2 winners. So for the prize from last week, because we have 2 Hocus Pocus mystery sets left. So I'll announce those winners later after I go on. I just do like a random comment picker from on a website and pick the winners. So I'll do that a little bit later in the episode, and I'll post the winners up here on the screen. All right, is that it for shop news? I think so. Let's go on to some finished objects. I have quite a few to show you. So today I have quite a few finished objects to show you because it's been like 2 months since I've shown anything. So let's see. Let me start with some socks. I have them all in a bag. All right, so I finished my Where You Lead socks. Look how pretty. I hope the lighting in here is okay. This is a pattern from Leah Gibson. She is Leah Loves to Knit on Instagram. And this is a Gilmore Girls inspired sock pattern that she did for her Knit People Knit Along, which is a Gilmore Girls inspired knit along. And I used our yarn. This is Night Sky, which is a really pretty navy color. And then these, other than the teal's actually not ours, but the other colors are from a fall mini set that we had in the shop a couple years ago that I had saved. This teal is from, I believe this teal is Emma's yarn. It's a really fun pattern. I tested this for her actually, and I loved it. I loved it. It was fun to switch colors. It was fun what was really fun was to design your colors how you wanted them, to pick out the colors, and to see which order you wanted to put them in, to make sure that they had enough contrast. That was really, really fun. And then of course knitting them was fun as well. I love how they look stripy on the bottom like that. And it looks like color work. It's not stranded color work, it's mosaic color work. So lots of slip stitches. So if you're intimidated by color work, this is definitely a fun one to try. So that is the Where You Lead socks. All finished. I have another pair of socks as well. I don't need to put these on blockers because they're a plain vanilla sock. But I finished my, oh, they're so bright. I finished my Barbie socks. This was made, these were made with our Malibu Dreams yarn. I hope that lighting is better because it was getting kind of dark in here. Okay, where was I? These were made with our Malibu Dreams mystery set that we had earlier in the summer. And they turn out so cute. I love this yarn. I can't wait to bring this to the shop as an in-stock colorway. So it's basically just a plain vanilla, except for the heel. I used this, it was a new to me. Well, it's not new. I've done it before. It's a newer heel to me. It's the Wrap-A-Mall Vanilla Socks pattern from the Sock Knitters Club. And it is a short row heel with a small gusset on it, and it's done in garter, which is so fun. It's a nice comfy heel. It fits really well. And I used the hot pink mini that came with it for the stripes at the top and for this toe. This is an umbrella toe from Kay Jones it's in some of her sock patterns. What else can I say about these? I think that's pretty much it. Other than that, they're just plain vanilla. I really loved them. I made them long because I like to make shorties usually, but these were so fun to knit because the yarn was just so cute, and I loved like seeing all the different colors that were coming up, and I just wanted them to be long and fun. So that is that pair. Is that it for socks? Let's see. I think that's it for socks. Now, these are a finished object, but they were a present from my mom for my birthday, which was in September. They're a pair of slippers. Aren't they so cute? If I remember correctly, this is the Mrs. Hupps slipper pattern. But if that's not correct, I will put them up on the screen. And I'll also link them down below. It uses like a chunky yarn, or maybe even bulky. I don't know. They're nice and thick. They're double knit on the bottom. So it's like double thickness, and they have this cute little pom-pom on them. I don't even know what yarn she used, but again, I'll link everything down below. I forgot to ask her about the yarn. But you can use acrylic yarn for these. That's really what's best for a slipper type of sock, because you can wash them in the washer and either let them air dry or throw them in the dryer. I usually let mine air dry, but I have put them in the dryer before. But that kind of messes up the pom-pom a little bit. So, aren't they just adorable? She has made me these before, this pattern, and I love them. I use them a lot. Oh, I love having these on my feet, especially like at night if I'm walking around in the house. So thank you, Mom, for these. I absolutely love them. I will put down below what the yarn was for these because I don't remember. All right, let's see. What else do I have to show you? Oh, I finished my cowl. That was the, oh goodness, what was it called? Heard's the Word cowl from Laura Dobratz. And here it is. Now, I have some issues with the yarn, as you can see right there. So I used an old colorway of ours called Old Red Barn. And this pattern calls for like a little over 100 grams of yarn. You actually need about, I would say, at least 120 grams. So obviously my one skein, I had 2 skeins of this. This base is not a base that we have in the shop. It's a fingering weight, but it was one that we used that and like to practice with, and the supplier no longer had, like, they don't have this yarn anymore. So, but you can see the difference in the skein. See how one side's darker and one side's lighter? This is where you seam it when you're done. Like, you knit it flat, right? Yes, you knit it flat, and then you seam it at the end, which is fine. I loved the construction of it. I loved the pattern itself. It makes this beautiful texture. I would say just make sure that you're going to use a yarn that is pretty consistent throughout the skein. And I know that happens with hand-dyed yarn. You know, sometimes the dye doesn't get through to the inside of the skein, and that can cause that problem. So what I should have done is alternate the skeins. That way it would blend perfectly. And it's actually a lot more noticeable on the camera with this bottom part, because this was the second skein. I'm probably not explaining this very well. Let me try it on. The other thing that I did was I used a size up from what the pattern called for. And I don't know why I did that. I don't remember at this point, because it's been a few months or a couple months since I made this, but isn't it so pretty? Let me show you a little bit down. See how it comes down to like a point here. I really, really love it. And in the grand scheme of things, this part at the end, it's not as noticeable as it is on camera, but I'll just bunch it up like that. It's not a big deal. But, so my advice for you would be, if you want to make this cowl, is to alternate your skeins. Even if you're using one skein, well, I guess you would need at least 2. Okay, so if you're using 2 skeins, I would definitely alternate them. If you're using one skein and like a mini, because you could do the mini at the end here. So if you're going to use just one skein of yarn, then I would split the skein and still alternate. So just my thoughts on that if I made this again, which I absolutely would, and I would go down to the regular needle size. I think I wanted it to be bigger, and maybe that was why I used the bigger needle size, but it didn't need to be quite this big. So I really don't remember why I used a bigger needle size. Maybe that's all I had available. That's very possible. So I'm not sure. But I really, really loved it. I highly recommend the pattern. It's nice because it's fingering weight, so it's very light. So for Florida, this will be perfect in the winter time. And even having it on now, it's not even like super hot. It's really nice. So highly recommend the pattern. I hope I explained all of that well. Do you guys remember when earlier this year, I made a hot water bottle cover. It was a pattern from Laura Penrose. This is what I made. It's a DK weight pattern and it's color work. I'd never had a hot water bottle before, but I love it. I use it all the time, especially when I have cramps. Sorry if that's TMI, but it's so nice. Has it been winter yet since I made this? I want to say I made this like, I don't know, springtime. So it hasn't even been winter yet, but I feel like when it's winter time, I will definitely use this a lot if I'm cold, but I use it a lot now for when I have cramps. So you just fill it up with hot water. You can also fill them up with cold water. I talked about them a lot on whatever episode when I finished this. So Laura came out with a mini size hot water bottle cover and I got to test it for her, and it was well, she came out with the pumpkin spice water bottle cover, and there was also a mini version with it, and I tested the mini version. Look how cute. Isn't it adorable? You can find the bottles on Amazon. This is a, ooh, what is this? This is a 500 milliliter size bottle, I believe, and this one is a 2000 milliliter or 2 liter and 500 milliliters. So there's color work in this one as well. There's lots of options. You can do the regular motif, which has a pumpkin and a cup of coffee on it because it's the pumpkin spice bottle cover. But then she adds in some extra motifs, and it's kind of like a just choose your own, pick your own adventure, choose your own adventure on it. And there's charts for everything. She even gives you in the pattern like a blank grid that you can color in your own motif, so you can see what it would look like before you actually knit it. So I had a lot of fun testing this, and actually this is a good segue into one of my works in progress because I'm making a full size one with some of our yarn. So I just absolutely loved it. Oh, let me tell you the yarn. It was all scraps, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Let me think. It's a DK weight pattern and I used fingering weight held double throughout. So I just went through my scraps, like leftover yarns, and I put things together. So I don't even know what the yarns are, honestly. I have no idea. I just picked things that I thought would contrast well together, and these little mushrooms, I think there's like a French knot tutorial where she put over the white parts in the mushroom because I couldn't get those to stand out very well, but they're mushrooms. So highly recommend. So that segues us into my WIPs, I think, because I think that's all for my finished objects. Let me just double check. My first work in progress is it's in 2 bags actually, because it wouldn't fit in the small bag. So I have everything, all the yarn in this tote, and then the actual project that I'm working on is in this bag. This was one of our bags from our Halloween collection. Scooby-Doo. So I'm making another hot water bottle cover. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these hot water bottles, but the pattern is just really fun to make, and it's fun to do color work without, you know, like a big project. Like, I like color work, but I don't know, I like small projects that have color work. This is the pattern from Laura Penrose. I printed it in black and white, but I'm using the chart on my phone because it's a color chart. But it has the charts in here. It's got lots of good instructions. This was the grid I was telling you about that she gives you that is blank, and it will let you, it allows you to draw out your motifs how you want them. Okay, so I'm not going to show you anything else from the pattern, obviously. All right, I'm using our Spooky Season DK set that came with two, well, the DK version came with 2 minis, but this is what the main skein looks like. I don't think we have any of this left in the shop, but we might have a little bit left. And, well, let me get situated. The sock set came with this color. It came with 2 minis, so I just wound them together. And then I'm also using our Trick or Treat minis set that came with gray, purple, green, orange, and black. So, and I believe we still have some of those in the shop. So I'm making a spooky version of this. It's so cute. Let's see, where am I at? Of course I'm in the middle, but that's okay. Here is where I'm at so far. Isn't it cute? It's hard to tell when it's not blocked yet, but this is that motif down at the bottom. And then I made the coffee mugs purple. And then I made the pumpkins orange with a little black stem. And I'm working on the second, I don't even know what this is, branches motif for this. Where's my pattern? That part. And then I'll do another set of mugs, which I'm going to do in the gray, and then I'll match that top part to the bottom. Let's see if I show it this way. It's going to be so cute. This is the larger size. I have my little coffee progress keeper on there and my cute pumpkin latte needle stoppers, which are so helpful. So this one's the larger size. It blocks out, it doesn't look very big right now, but it blocks out. I love that I used the black for the stem. I think that's really cute. These would make a great gift for someone. They are DK weight, so it doesn't take long to make. And then you just buy the hot water bottle on Amazon or wherever you find them, and it just makes a great gift for someone. A nice handmade gift, but also something that they can use. So, I love it. I can't wait to finish it. I started this the day before Halloween, so 2 days ago. I've only worked on it for 2 days. Yesterday, which was Halloween, which I worked on it a lot, and then the night before. So, if you don't have these, if you don't have the colors you want in DK weight, just hold fingering weight double. That's what I'm doing with the black. like all the minis that I'm using, other than this purple, because that came with the DK, that came with the Spooky Season DK set. But the minis set, I used our fingering weight Sanibel base because I didn't have any in the DK. Go check out the shop if you want to use these colors. It's a lot of fun. I'm so happy I used the black. I was going to use green, which green would have looked cute for the stems, but the black just makes them stand out a little bit more. I've been practicing with catching floats. I'm pretty sure in the pattern she said she doesn't worry about catching floats on on something like this because it's not a garment, and she said that over time the floats sort of felt together after you've used it for a while because of the hot water, the heat from it, I guess. But I wanted practice with catching my floats, which is why I've been working on that. So some of them I did catch, some of them I tried to move around where I caught them, just so it wasn't, because I don't know, there's lots of tutorials on YouTube on how to do it, so I've just been looking at several different ones on how to catch your floats, because you know, I'm not a big color work person. I haven't done it too often, so I'm enjoying learning it and practicing it. And I think a small project like this is perfect to try to learn color work, especially DK weight. So it's so cute. I love it. It won't take me any time at all. Like I said, that's all I've worked on the last 2 days, and I'm already over halfway through it. So it's really, really fun. Highly, highly recommend it. That's the only new thing that I've cast on since last week. So the rest of this is just going to be a bit of a WIP parade. I'm going to show you just a few things. I haven't worked really much on my Beauty and the Beast hat, so I'm not going to show that because I'm only, I was trying to finish my Halloween socks, which I didn't even get to finish, but I'm just going to briefly go through the rest of my WIPs to show them to you. I did finish one of the socks from my Fairground socks. This is called the Fairground Socks from K. Jones. Looks like that. And I showed these last week in my Grumpy Cat bag. And I did finish one of them. This pattern is so fun. I don't think I was finished with it last week. No, in fact, I know I wasn't. The yarn I'm using is from Freckled Whimsy. I did do her umbrella toe and her butterfly heel. I'm really, really loving it. I made shorties because I usually do make shorties. And I have actually started the second one. How far have I gotten? Let's see. That's where I'm at with the second one, my little raven. So I finished the cuff and the first stripe. So lots of progress there, finishing one of them and immediately starting the second one. I've noticed if I immediately start the second one, then I'm more likely to pick it up. I also started the second of my Hocus Pocus socks. I showed this one last week. This was our Hocus Pocus mystery colorway, and I have just started the cuff. This was a longer cuff. I did 25 rounds. So, and this shows you how you can use the needle stoppers on the smaller needles. I just put one into, or I just put both needles into one. So just started the cuff on that one. That's in this bag. I need to finish up these Halloween projects because I have a feeling I'm going to want to start Christmas stuff soon, which I didn't really get to enjoy October much because of all the stuff we've been dealing with hurricanes. So I feel like I got gypped out of Halloween and October knitting, but that's okay. Speaking of Christmas, is my OBrien Go Go throw that I'm making. I haven't shown this in a while, and I said I was only going to show it when I had some progress on it. And I think I've done at least a couple of stripes, a couple of different colors since then. So this is yarn I'm using from an Advent from last year that I got from Arkansas Yarn Company. If you've been around for a while, you've seen this. So this is just, it takes a long time. I would love to have this finished by Christmas this year. Actually, I would love to have it finished in November, but I don't know. That's a pretty big ask. I hope I'm showing the right side. I think I am. Yes, I am. Isn't it beautiful though? I really need to give this some love. I haven't worked on this in probably a month. So the last time I showed it, I was here. So I've done 2 and started a 3rd color since then. It's all lace, so it takes a long time to do each row. I've timed it before. Actually wrote it down. I wanted to tell you that because I thought it was funny. So some rows take longer than others because they're a little more complicated, but they average anywhere between 10 to 12 minutes, and then one of the rows takes me 15 to 16 minutes to do. And it's a 16 row repeat. So some of the rows don't take that long because they're just knitting back, like on the back side. Oh, it's just so pretty. I love it. I would say, let me count the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm on color 13 of 24. So I'm halfway through. I just don't know realistically that I could get this done in November unless it was literally the only thing that I worked on. So this may spill over into December, but I have to finish this by the end of the year. I started it earlier this year in like April, and I knew it was going to be a long-term project, which is fine, but I need to get it done. It's time. It is time. Okay. I don't think you have seen these 2 projects yet. This one is in my Harry Potter project bag. Isn't it so pretty? We had this in the shop ages ago. Okay. This is the Love Emma shawl from Dana Fahrenbach. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a lacework shawl, and you alternate between a regular yarn, like a it's fingering weight, but you alternate between that and between Surrey. Sorry, I haven't pulled this out in a while, so I'm trying to remember everything. I'm using Emma's yarn. This is what it looks like so far. Isn't it pretty? when it's blocked out, it's gonna look so gorgeous. I'm using Emma's yarn that I got from Four Pearls, which is our local-ish yarn shop. That's the home shop of Emma's Yarn. It's in Winter Haven, Florida. And the color names, let me look. This one is called Group Hug. It's 100% superwash merino and it is a single ply. And this one is called Dusk Till Dawn. And it is a Baby Surrey silk blend, lace weight. So I'm just alternating between these two. And you get this really pretty striping effect. Also all lace work, so it takes quite a while. I love the pattern. It's not something that you can memorize to where you don't have to, you know, check the pattern every so often, but it's not a difficult stitch pattern. I would recommend though putting stitch markers, little rings after every repeat like I have, because otherwise it's very, very confusing. Well, I shouldn't say it's confusing. It's easier to read where you're at when you have those stitch marker rings. I don't think she said in the pattern to use them, but I would recommend using them. So I love it. Oh, I did use a size smaller needle because I wanted this. I didn't want this to be a huge shawl. I wanted it to be more like a scarf. So I went down one needle size because I wanted it to be smaller than the dimensions. And I'm using our fun Barbie needle stoppers. So that is all I have to say about that. I haven't worked on this in like 3 or 4 weeks probably, because I didn't take it with me. Probably about 3 weeks. I haven't worked on it. It's been kind of crazy. And then the last thing I have to show you for WIPs is another new project. And it is called the One Skein Hawthorne Infinity Scarf. It's a free pattern actually. Probably can't really tell much from it, but that's the name. It's from Jessica Zaz of the Wiggly Bridge. I think I just Googled or went on Ravelry and found it. And it's a scarf that you knit flat and then you seam it up at the end to make it an infinity wrap thing. Do you guys remember a while back when I said I wanted to use my alpaca yarn that I had gotten from a friend as a gift? It was just these bare colors. This is all bare yarn, meaning it's undyed in alpaca. So I found that scarf and I decided to stripe them. So this is where I'm at. Striping the colors. Ooh, isn't that so pretty? I love it. I haven't worked on this in a few weeks either. And it's a very simple pattern, very easy to memorize. It's just, I want to say knits and purls. It gives you like a nice texture. I'm weaving in the ends as I go. Look at my cute little, pretty sure that's from Pitter Patter Polymer, but I can't remember. And so I'm weaving in the ends as I go. It's just knit flat. And then at the end, alpaca everywhere. At the end, it'll be one long thing, and then you'll seam it up, and it'll be round. So it'll kind of look like this. At first I was like, do I like it? Do I frog it? I couldn't tell if I liked it, but especially now seeing it striped like this, I do. The reason why I second guessed myself is because I was like, I don't know if these stripes are long enough. Like I should have done a little longer of a block of the colors, but I was like, no, it's pretty with the little stripes, and once it's wrapped around your neck, it'll give you more color variety. So you could like make, I just did, I want to say like maybe 15 or 18 rounds of each color or rows. And it folds like this. Naturally it wants to fold in, but once it's blocked it won't do that. Hopefully. So I love this, and I'm just gonna go with the stripes until I run out of yarn. I want to use every bit of that beautiful soft alpaca yarn. The yarn is from whirlwindranch.com. And this is the information on it. Before I show my happy mail, I'm going to do the giveaway for you guys. I decided to pick 2 winners because it was episode 50. It was supposed to be special. And this was the giveaway. This was our mystery sock set from October or September. And I have 2 of them. One of them's already in the packaging because it just was. So one of them will get the needle stoppers set as well, but I only have one of these. So that winner is this person up on the screen. So congratulations to you. I just did a random comment picker. And remember, I will never contact you and ask you for anything specific. I'll never ask you for money. We ship them to you for free. So you don't ever, so if anybody ever contacts you saying that, you know, you've won and to give them your information, don't do that. Email us at 3bytheseadesigns@gmail.com with your contact information and your shipping info. That's it. That's all I need. I don't need any credit cards, any nothing. So if someone's asking you for that, it's a scam. So congratulations to you. And then the second winner will get the tea and the yarn, just not the needle stoppers because I only had one left. So, and that person is this winner. So congratulations to both of you. Make sure you email us your shipping information with your name, and we will get those sent out to you, and I hope you enjoy them. I have some happy mail, and then at the end I will show some vlog stuff from when we went to Georgia. I got my Freckled Whimsy Halloween Club yarn. This is for October of 2024. It's called Spooky Town. Isn't that so pretty? This is a club that I get. This is on her Splendid base, 8515 Superwash Merino Nylon 4-ply fingering. It is a self-striping yarn, and it's a club subscription that I get every month. I love it. My goal is to make Halloween socks with all of these. And I've so far only used 2. So I need to get caught up. I don't care if it's not Halloween or October. I will make Halloween colors all the time. So, and some of her colors aren't like traditional Halloween colors, even though they totally look Halloween. But I love that because I'll have a huge stash of Halloween colored socks when I'm finished. I don't know how I ended up with 3 Avery Lane Creation subscriptions. I must have gotten one of them right after I podcast, and then I've gotten 2 more since then. So this is from August. This is also a monthly subscription that I get from her. It comes with the yarn and also a bag of goodies, various things that you can use for knitting or crochet. This is called Whimsy Wings. I get the DK weight. And what I love about her yarns that she sends is a lot of them can be used together. Is this one September? That one that I just showed was August. This is September. Isn't that pretty? It's called Late Summer Sunset. And then the one that I just got a couple of days ago was for October. This one is called Gemstone Jammies. So pretty. But so this is a good example. Like, look, you could totally use these 2 together. So a lot of her yarns complement each other, which I love. One of the months came with this really cute Notions bag and a little notebook. This is a highlighter. Well, oh, you have to twist it. Isn't that cool? This reminds me of like being a kid. I probably did have something like this when I was a kid. So that, sometimes she throws in an extra little goodie like this. This is this is also DK. So this was a mini extra. Feet mask called Cozy Socks. Smoothing foot masks with cocoa butter and peppermint. Wow. That sounds really cool. And then this little thing of lotion. And then there was also some chocolate popcorn yumminess that I already ate. It was really good. Okay, so I love this subscription. If you're looking for a fun subscription, definitely check out Nikki from Avery Lane Creations. I will, of course, have her linked down below. It's a really fun subscription to get. The last thing I want to show is a swap that I did with my wonderful friend Cherie from the Ollie and Bella podcast. Her and I have become such good friends over the last year, and I've really enjoyed getting to know her, and we decided to do a fall autumn swap. So I sent her a box over in England, and she sent me a box from England, which was really cool. So let me show you the goodies. Cherie has a Patreon subscription, and she posts videos, and she also has a podcast on YouTube, but her Patreon account is for subscribers, and it's such a joy. So I highly recommend going and subscribing to her. So she went to some kind of yarn show festival while she was back in, I think, September, and she got me a couple of goodies while she was there, which I thought was really cool. She the box that she sent had loads of goodies in it, so I'm really excited to show you them. The chocolate's already gone, of course, because that was like a month ago. First of all, she sent me this really fun, I don't know what it is yet, because I haven't opened it yet, because it says don't open me till the 1st of December. Love, Cherie. So I will open that up on December 1st for Vlogmas, which I am going to do Vlogmas this year. I got this really cute pumpkin. It feels like a velvet material. I love getting stuff from other countries, as I'm sure people from other countries love getting stuff from the US. So she sent me one of her project bags that she made, and I love it. It's so cute. I can't wait to use this. And then she went to like I said, she went to a yarn show and she got me this. Isn't it beautiful? It's from a dyer called Joe Knit Sew, joeknitsew.com. And the colorway is called Verdigris, and it is a merino nylon sock blend. It doesn't say the percentages. 425 meters per 100 grams. It's so soft. I'm assuming this is a UK dyer. I love it. And I haven't had a chance to go look at their website yet. And then I got this little bag. It's a yarn cozy. What's in here? So it snaps open. You can put your yarn in. And then snaps closed. Isn't it so cute? It's got a tag in here actually. Let's see. It's from Pickle Lily, Making Cute Things. I don't know if you'll be able to see that little tag, but it says Pickle Lily, Making Cute Things. That is adorable. So then there's also these. Those are so cute. This is from Blue Fern Yarns. I love those. And then she gave me a really cute little progress keeper. This is from Simply Serving, but I'm pretty sure these were exclusive to Cherie's shop. She has a shop on Etsy. I don't know if she currently has anything in there, but isn't that so cute? I know she did have things at one point, so. Look at this. Isn't it so cute? It's a little coaster. Thank you so much for the swap package, Cherie. I thoroughly enjoyed opening it. I've loved getting to know you this year and love having you as my friend. You're super sweet. I think that's pretty much it that I have to show you. Let's see, today's November 1st. I am planning on doing Vlogmas this year again. I really had a lot of fun doing it last year. I'm going to record like I did last year with every other day. I did 12 days of Vlogmas last year, the 12 days of Vlogmas, where I uploaded every other day. I recorded every day, but 2 days were put into one episode. I'll do a beforehand little vlog of me getting ready for Vlogmas. So maybe little bits throughout November I'll record, and the day before or some like that last week of November I'll upload a video. I don't know exactly how. I'm trying to plan it all out right now. So if there's anything you want me to talk about or to show or anything special you want to see during Vlogmas, let me know, because I would love to do that. I really enjoyed it last year. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun to do. I have Advents this year from 2 different dyers. I got one from Hue Loco and I got one from Leap of Faith Yarns. And then I got Freckled Whimsy's 24 stripe self-striping to do socks with. So I will be busy with Advents. But I don't know. I think it'll be fun. So we'll talk more about Advent stuff later on in November. I'm going to put in some footage from when we evacuated. We went to see some really pretty areas of northern Georgia. We stayed in Kennesaw and we went up into, oh good Lord, what were the names of the towns? Blue Ridge, maybe? And we went and did some shopping there. We went to Amicalola Falls. I'm probably butchering that name, but I'm pretty sure it's Amicalola. Something like that. It's a beautiful waterfall that you could hike back to. It was gorgeous. The weather was nice. A nice change to Florida, especially since we left because of a hurricane. My son Ryan, he was with his dad that week, and so he just stayed with him because they weren't in the path of the hurricane. But so Olivia and I went to Georgia. Becky went also, and her boyfriend. So it was really nice to spend some time with Olivia, and it's nice when you can, in the face of something tragic like a hurricane and having to evacuate and all of that stuff, it was nice to make lemonade out of lemons, basically. So it was nice to have some time with her, even though it was stressful at first. But we just made a little trip out of it, and her and I hadn't spent that much time together in a while. So, because she's in college, I'm busy with work, and so it was really nice to get that uninterrupted time with her. So I think that's it. I will put in the footage here of a little bit of when we were in Georgia. And thank you to everyone if you've watched this far. I know this one's probably going to be a longer episode. Thank you to everyone who commented on the last podcast and let me know that you are all safe. And so many of us have been affected by these storms, and it's just nice to get back to normal as much as you can and just move on and hope for a mild winter. Nothing too crazy happens here in the wintertime, just beautiful weather. So I will see you guys all again in a couple of weeks. Take care. Bye. orchard in northern Georgia. Look at this view.